Death is something we all fear. For those who play Demon's Souls, a lot realise that death is something we shouldn't fear and should be used as a lesson on how to become stronger, enabling us to surpass the trials that caused our death. We'll go through the pain and the meaning of death once again with the release of Dark Souls on both the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. For those who played Demon's Souls, you can expect the same formula that we all loved in Dark Souls. The game is slightly harder than its predecessor, but nothing is impossible within the game. Expect another round of big bosses and an area where you won't realise how hard the game is until later on.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog.
Similar to Demon's Souls, a storyline has never been a factor, and this applies to Dark Souls as well. Once you've done creating your character and customizing their stats, you'll learn that you're actually an undead. It's then up to you to venture to the land where your objective is to kill the gods and demons that may be a threat to the world. Sounds easy to grasp, eh?
Of the day. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
What matters the most in Dark Souls is the gameplay. The concept of Dark Souls is for you to battle your way through different areas of the game. The game is an action RPG where you get souls as experience points to level your character up. The enemies and bosses in each area of the game are no pushover and will give you a nice challenge. The game will pretty much give you the freedom of where to start. But remember, if you enter an area where higher enemies lurk, you might face death. Most of the time, you'll be tempted to throw your controller due to the extremely hard difficulty of the game, but just like I said, it's not impossible to beat. For veteran gamers who played Demon's Souls, there are a few new things that you can expect in Dark Souls. The bonfire is now what acts as your home base. Here you can level up your character, transform from the undead to human, and save your progress. Another new feature are the convents which you can join. These convents will help you gain abilities, and there are a total of 9 in the game. Think of them as factions.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land
if at one point the game
horror,
might seem too hard,
really
you can always ask a friend to join you online. When a friend joins you, you can both team up to defeat bosses in the game. Also, don't forget that other players playing online leave writing on the floor to give you hints. Some of them are misleading though, so it's up to you to decide which are helpful.
Thus began the Age of Fire.
In terms of the game's presentation, Dark Souls looks phenomenal. The graphics have been slightly improved since Demon's Souls. Expect beautiful environments that surround eerie castles and churches. The lighting and shadows of the dungeon in Dark Souls creates an ambient atmosphere. Voiceovers are the same as its predecessor.
You again? There's nothing to speak about, really.
Overall, Dark Souls is a hard game, but it's not impossible at all to finish it. Just like Demon's Souls, the difficulty of the game is something that makes the game stand out, and this applies as well to Dark Souls. The game is hard, and for those players who are weak and give up easily, you might just skip this game out. However, once you get the grasp of the concept of Dark Souls, then it is guaranteed that this game will be your game of the year. We rate Dark Souls 5 out of 5. For the full written review, head over to justpushstart.com. This is Oliver East, signing out.